Hello. Got another story about the little yellow digger. This one's the little yellow digger saves the whale. The tide was turning quickly, and Mother felt it go, and straight away swam out to sea. The baby was too slow, and now it lay there gasping in the growing heat of day, while its very worried mother swam up and down the bay. But the little yellow digger was not very far inland. Its driver had a message to go and lend a hand. They rattled down the rocky road that led towards the sea, and the little whale was stranded there. They'd help to set it free. But a long way to go. The digger drove between the rocks in the early morning sun. His driver looked about him to see what could be done. He'd have to dig a channel deep enough and wide to float the little whale out upon the turning tide. The whale's home was water. Its skin must not be dry. In sunshine it would overheat, and very soon it might die. But people started to arrive for a picnic by the sea. Could they keep the whale alive until they set it free? Children digging in the sand were asked to lend a pail which they could fill with water to pour upon the whale. The digger driver promised if they'd also lend a spade, he'd help them build a castle when the whale had been saved. So while the diggers shovelled sand, they organised a team of young and old, of tall and small, to get water from the stream. Then everybody took a turn to fill buckets from a pool and pass them along the line to keep the whale cool. As they poured the water on, the whale just seemed to know that they were trying to help it, and they talked and they called him Joe. And all the while the little digger dug deep to make the channel bigger. Every time its shovel filled, it chugged along the shore and emptied it upon a bound, and still it went for more. The digger now had dug a trench deep enough and wide to float the little whale out upon the turning tide. But the very last few metres must be dug by spade, because the digger's clatter would make the whale afraid. The time had come, the tide had turned, and the waves surged in. The whale could swim. Right out he went in sea and spray to join his mother in the bay. Then everybody raised a cheer for the digger and the driver, because they set the whale free when they made the channel bigger. Now pick up your buckets, pick up your spades, the digger driver said. We'll make a castle from that mound before we go to bed. They patted, dug and shaped the mound till on that sunny day the biggest castle ever made stood there in the tree-fringed bay, while rolling, leaping at their play, two whales swam in the sunlit bay. Have you ever seen a whale or a dolphin out at the sea? Apparently there's been lots out of Browns Bay and also off the Whangaparoa. Maybe next time Mummy might take you out to sea. Bye.